think, aside from self-made billionaire Kylie, is actor Will Smith, aside from playing the genie in this year's Aladdin remake. According to Deadline, Will is also rumored to take on the role of Serena and Venus Williams' father, Richard Williams, in the upcoming film King Richard. And while many were excited by the casting, others served up some shade on social media, angry that the role didn't go to a darker-skinned actor. For example, Dallas writer Clarence Hill Jr. tweeted, "Colorism matters. Love Will Smith, but there are other black actors for this role." Some users even offered their own casting suggestions, like at Sandy Side Up, who said Mahershala Ali wasn't available, while at Iman Shannon tweeted, "Idris Elba or Denzel Washington should have been a better choice." You know, this is the reason why it kind of matters in this case. You have to understand the story of Richard Williams and Serena and Venus, you know, coming from Compton, taking his daughters that is in a sporting event that was basically white, and all the trials and tribulations that they had to go through. And that's the reason why a lot of people were like, they would like a better representation. It's not that Will couldn't play it. You know, we know he'll kill it. But someone that is a little bit closer to the representation. Because if Will Smith is going to play, you know, Richard, who's going to play Venus and Serena? Is it Zendaya and...
Yara Shahidi.
Yara Shahidi? That's who's going to play Serena? I mean...
Is Serena involved in this? Because that also, for me, was a question. Obviously, if this is her story, maybe she has a reason for why. Maybe there is an attachment. Maybe Will Smith had some sort of relationship there, and there's an understanding, and maybe he can interpret it in her opinion best. But I totally get the fact that I can only imagine the frustration. I can only imagine the frustration of darker actors who don't get the opportunity to play roles like this that actually look like them. I can only imagine that frustration, and that's not fair. And in this case, obviously, maybe someone like an Idris Elba, Mahershala Ali, I get that, and that's
Or maybe somebody knew that, you know,
we've never even heard of.
That's who I think actually would be a good choice. I mean, I've talked about this before, how sometimes studio heads think more about the profit of the film and how many eyes you're going to get on the film, rather than focusing on, you know, the actor and the real person and how they would be a perfect match. But in this case, hello, Don Cheadle. That man is amazing. I think he would be awesome. He was in Crash. Have you guys seen Crash?
He's incredible.
He is a well, you know, acclaimed actor. He's won like 2 Golden Globes, so I'm sure we can get some eyes on that film if he was. Yes, I love me some Will Smith.
But again, you get what I'm saying? Like, what are Serena and Venus saying?
Right. I think if it's enough of a decision that makes the majority of people, onlookers, go, what? Why? Then it needs explanation. You can't just kind of bypass it. If enough people, which is kind of how many applaud if you're kind of doing this.
There you have it.
Then we need to hear an answer,
and
because then it does miss colorism.
The story, that doesn't help, obviously, getting eyeballs to the movie theater if people are like, this doesn't make sense.
Well, if you put the proper promotion behind it, and also Will Smith could be producing it, so maybe that's why. You know, a lot of times, you know, whoever produces,
there's a lot of politics
it's so many politics. But I think if you put Blair Underwood, I mean, you know, we ain't seen him in a minute. Put Blair. He can play Richard.
I still say Don Cheadle. I think that's a great one. I didn't consider that. I was going Idris, not gonna lie. Don Cheadle would be incredible.
Don would play, and he's more to the character of what I've known Richard Williams to be. And I think that's what's more important, is that we get that message out there of how hard he had to fight, because it took a lot to get them where they are today. So
what you're saying is his physical appearance was a big part of the struggle. I can't wait to watch this.
On that note, we have to take a break, but there's more Real on the way right after this.
It's a Friday with our girls.
Let's do this.
Plus, we take a Warner Brothers field trip.
Welcome to Warner Brothers Animation.
This is so exciting.
Then we're giving Philly a call, and Girl Chat's asking the big question.
Does James want to get married?
I don't know, and that's his business.
Madeline Scott decided to take on the Sarah Bukhari case.
It'll gut her firm and silence your greatest critic.
I see a Muslim woman who got a 25-year sentence, draconian. I'm not going to stand for it.
We're going to get you out of here. or we're gonna die trying.
Friday at 9 on Fox 5.
Gloria's the life of the party.
Jay, look! I go high, look!
Hey, guys, hit